Alright, kept Charlie long enough. Steve is a dragon. Alright, quit squeaking a chair. We got some shit to lay down.
Oh, fuck.
So,
Happy I get to cuss.
yeah, I know you are. Alright. So some people have been waiting for this video. We've caught a lot of flack on our page. I've caught flack on my personal page over an event that happened in Lawrence, Kansas over the weekend.
Some stupid ass horseshit.
Yeah. So, let's go through the whole story of what happened here first. A protest popped up on Facebook and got circulated around called Drag the Flag. Now, supposedly, this was generated by some student from Berkeley, California. People are still saying he lived in Berkeley. People are saying he's from Lawrence. Here's the thing. This Drag the Flag March thing has happened before. I can show you video of it happening before, and they went and did it the day after this.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They did it anyway. So here's the thing. Understandably, from our point of view, some people got pretty fucking pissed off that there were some jackasses that were going to disrespect the American flag by dragging it down the street because they were unhappy that Donald Trump was president and they feel oppressed. Now, Lawrence is a pretty liberal place, wouldn't you say?
I don't know how anybody could feel oppressed in Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah, I really don't either. But Lawrence is a really liberal place. You can get away with a lot. You can walk down Mass Street buck-ass naked, and people are going to look at you funny, but nobody's going to stop you, because in Kansas, if you do that and you don't touch your junk, it's legal.
Yeah, as long as you're not peeing, you're not cranking it off, just don't touch it. You can jog down the street wearing nothing.
Welcome to Kansas.
Buck-ass naked.
Yeah.
You're fucking fine, man. Or woman.
But
God, never mind.
plenty of protests have gone off that are the whole "not my president" thing, and people have let it go. But this drag the flag thing hit a nerve with a lot of people, myself included. I imagine
Yes.
it pissed you off. And a lot of people banded together to do a stand up for our flag protest. It turned out there was a convoy of about 200 people from Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri, that rolled in. Now they're saying 200. I know it's over 100. For whatever reason, it's being reported as like 30 to 50.
I saw 30 to 50 trucks alone with at least 2 people in each of them.
Yeah.
Rolling down 23rd Street.
So here's what they did. They organized a counter-protest. They did this in 2 days. So the plan was to meet at the Walmart in Lawrence on Iowa and talk about what everybody was going to do. They gave some general guidelines. They asked everybody not to bring any flag but the American flag because they didn't want to send the wrong message. They all met. They had a prayer. And then like a convoy of fucking patriotism, they drove down to Mass Street.
It was mag-fucking-nificent.
However you want to say it, man.
It was just a row.
It was awesome to see. And there were a lot of people I know that went there. I would have been there, but I don't want to involve my kids in political protests. Had I not, had I even found somebody to watch my kids for like an hour or two, I'd have been there. Now, starting, I believe, with BLM LFK, who is the Black Lives Matter chapter locally, and some other people started saying white nationalists were coming into town, racists were coming into town, to march down Mass Street. And the outrage has been real from that side, and the narrative has been spun that this is a white supremacist march. That is unfettered fucking bullshit. And now, a couple people showed up with the rebel flag.
Yes.
Now, they see it as the rebel flag, not necessarily the Confederate flag. A lot of them. I can't vouch for everybody there, but I talked to one guy who happens to have a rebel flag tattoo on his arm. right next to a Chevy symbol. He also looks like Hillbilly James Franco in the one photo that they have of him that the news is using.
It's the only thing that would have made that photo more badass is if this fella would have had a mullet. It would have been in front of like a 85, 87 IROC C28 Camaro.
Right?
It would have just been like, ah!
Yeah. And this guy, he's talked to us. I actually talked to him before the protest. He was ball busting me about the pink lighter because I'm colorblind. He seems like a good dude. We're probably going to have him on, talk to him a little bit about it later. I know he wants to help us do a video that we've wanted to do but been unable to do up to this point. And he's subbed to our videos, so if you're watching, how you doing, man? I don't want to call you out by name, but you're welcome to comment, say your name or whatever. He's been sharing our videos and stuff. So here's the thing. A lot of people, I mean a can of worms, got furious saying this was a white supremacist protest and, oh, look, the rebel flag and all this stuff. And they got mad about this one overweight kid wearing American flag swim trunks. You see him.
Yeah,
I've got him. Does that upset you?
No, not really.
Now, they were like, this is a violation of flag code. The flag shouldn't be worn as a garment. Okay, whatever.
It shouldn't be on any... Yeah,
Here's the deal. Somebody said that Dirt Road Men as a page had selective outrage. My answer to that was what pisses us off is intent.
Yes.
If he's unintentionally screwing something up, that's 120 fucking % different than some jackass that intentionally is disrespecting our flag for attention or because he's a whiny little bitch.
Yeah. That's...
I told you I wasn't fucking around for this video,
yeah.
man.
Well, I don't care. Okay, I'm all for freedom of speech.
Right, they have every right to do it, but that doesn't mean we can't say anything about it.
I don't think they have every right to drag the American flag. Because I think if you want to disrespect your country, disrespect your nation, the flag, it flies as a symbol of freedom.
Yeah, it's a symbol of
Justice.
ideals, not a symbol of the government, which is subject to change.
And then you want to drag it down the fucking street and then hide behind everything that flag stands for so you don't get your fucking ass beat in? You can go straight to fucking hell and go hang out with the commies over in North Korea. Fuck off.
Feel free. And I know people get mad, well, just get out. Seriously, if it's that bad here, there are plenty of other countries that will give you exactly what you're looking for. And if you say that communism has never been tried and you think we should try it here, look at the last century because you're a fucking idiot.
The only way communism works is if everybody has a fucking gun to their head. You work or you die. I don't want to work.
Yeah.
Bang, you're fucking dead. Now give me all your shit.
Economically speaking, look where it worked out best. Where did it work out best? Who actually increased their economy with communism?
I want to say China. Or...
China and Joseph Stalin.
Yes.
What did Stalin do to anybody that was doing anything he didn't like?
I just said it. Put him back.
You're done.
You're fucking out. Where you going? Nowhere.
Now, some people screwed up. They screwed up in two places. They screwed up by bringing the rebel flag. Now, that flag has been used to symbolize racism by a lot of people. The KKK has used the flag. A lot of people have used that flag inappropriately, which is why I personally don't use it. But I also know people that use it that are not actually racist. They use it as the rebel flag, a symbol of rebellion. Like you said before we started, like the anarchy symbol, right?
Yes.
Now, I think if you're upset about that flag and you want to call yourself a patriotic American, you should probably be just as upset about the fact that somebody rolled up and stuck out an anarcho-communist flag. Because that is every bit as harmful to our society as the racism you feel that flag embodies.
And I was rather pleased with the response that anarcho-communism flag got.
Now here's the thing, I think they screwed up because that and those flags helped them send the wrong message about what people were doing there, what I would say we were doing there, even though I didn't get to make it out. I say we because I'm 110% supportive of what that protest was organized around. It allowed people to spin it as violent white supremacists. Now, had I arrived, here's probably what I would have done. And I'm not 100% sure because I wasn't there and I don't know what I would have done in the moment. When they marched up and down the street, I probably would have stayed in the park with my flag waiting for them to get back. Because marching with that flag might send the wrong message. That's why people asked them not to bring it. That said, somebody asked us to disown them. I don't own anybody. That's called slavery.
Man, ain't you ever read the Emancipation Proclamation?
Yeah. Obviously slavery was bad. Racism is bad. If I need to say that, then I would argue that you've made some prejudgments about us having no idea of our position on it. And yeah, I think that flag in this protest was not a good idea. I think it sent the wrong message and it allowed them to spin it the wrong way. But I still think that picture of dude who has an American flag and a rebel flag tattoo off of a Chevy symbol, holding the flag like, yeah, is probably the coolest patriotic picture I've seen from that thing.
Yes.
So yes, we take a hard stance against racism in the sense of racism is very bad. It's stupid. It is literally melanin in the skin. And honestly, if they can get over, because sometimes you will get racist rednecks. I'm not arguing those don't exist. I've met them. And sometimes you will get thug culture, inner city African Americans who don't like white people. Remember your buddy talking about his friends when they'd come to town to see him?
Yeah.
They feel the same way that we do when we go on, like, 2nd and State.
This shit's kind of sketchy.
But if they can get over that, the lingo, the way they carry themselves, and their general values outside of that often are very closely in line.
Yes.
It's hilarious. They can talk with their funny way of talking, their unique accents, and completely understand each other. And I think that says a lot.
So can the southern rednecks and hillbilly.
Yeah. And well, that's what I mean. Southern rednecks,
oh, okay.
and inner city African American culture.
Yeah.
Meaning thug culture.
Gotcha.
It has a bad connotation, but not everybody that you would look at that say has the thug culture thing going on is actually like, I'm gonna go rob this old man in a 95 Chevrolet.
100% unadulterated bullshit.
Yeah. So you want to know what we think about the protest on Saturday? I think it was great. I think it was hilarious that even the mention of dragging the flag down the street generated an event where over 100 people showed up to show their love for the American flag and the ideals that it stands for. And a couple people may have soured that message a little bit. Somebody we trust said they saw somebody that got heckled by somebody that had a rebel flag on their truck, and it was a person of color, and they were told they didn't belong. Fuck those guys.
Fuck them right in the ass.
That said, those couple people don't ruin the bunch. The overall intent was awesome, and I think it's one of the greatest things about Kansas is that literally the mention of disrespecting our country, especially in the one liberal city surrounded by podunk friggin' farm towns.
Podunk fucking Kansas.
Yeah. Generated everybody converging on that city to say, you may hate our flag, but we love it and everything it stands for. People have asked for an official position from Dirt Road Men because I shared those photos. And I literally, when I shared those photos, didn't even notice the Confederate flag.
The only thing I saw, the line of trucks coming down. And there was one guy, he had a flag. It wasn't half and half. It was like 3/4 your standard American flag, and then like a little quarter of it was a rebel flag there and there. And I was like, that's fucking stupid. But it had a Jolly Roger in it, I think. And I was like, that's just fucking stupid.
They're just... It's not any one flag, really. That guy couldn't decide what he wanted. He got 3 flags in one.
I'm a pirate of the American plane.
That's called indecision. Prioritize, son. Anyway, people have asked for our official Dirt Road Men response. And frankly, beyond this, I'll probably respond to some of the comments in this video and stuff like that. He may go in and do it too. But beyond this, if you want our opinion, re-watch the video. If you need some clarification, feel free to ask. The general intent of the protest that happened on Saturday was good, and I support it. I think a couple people came there to send the wrong message, and it allowed the media to spin it incorrectly. But I think on the whole, it was good, and I'm proud to see that it happened.
Yeah.
I'm off my soapbox. Got anything else you want to add? Because I know I fucking blew up at the camera.
You just covered everything I could think of.
Come on. Here's the deal. Dirt Road Men is a company 110% respects the United States of America and thinks it's the greatest place on earth. Would you disagree with that?
You can't disagree with facts, son.
There you go. We think that they shouldn't have brought the rebel flag to this. Even though it doesn't mean racism to some people, it means racism to other people. And I talked to a black kid we went to school with. It really bothered him. For whatever reason, it made him afraid. Now, to me personally, I think rather than fear, one should maybe respond to it with anger because of the history and how their ancestors were treated by the Confederate States of America. That is 110% understandable, and I get that. And that's why I don't like that it was so prevalent there. I don't think dude's tattoo was that bad. I think people flying it sent the wrong message. And I think that they went a little too far snapping that lady's flag. But at the same time, honestly, that's from a legal perspective. I still kind of think it was hilarious that somebody tried to roll by and was not even man enough to get out of their vehicle. Their intent was to stick it out the window and drive away. And 2 guys went up and said, no, snap.
In front of like 3 or 4 police officers.
Yeah, and the police said 1 arrest was issued, 2 citations were issued. I've also seen videos where hecklers came up to this group, started shoving them, and some chick was like, hit me, bitch!
Yeah.
Honestly, after about the 4th or 5th time she did that, I wanted to hit her, and I was just watching the camera.
Yeah.
Now, I won't hit a woman, so I probably wouldn't hit her, but man, was she trying. So there you go, that's our official Dirt Road Men position. Anything else?
I had something, but it's gone.
Yeah. Pro-America.
Fuck
you need to pour a little more? Do you have enough for a toast?
No.
Yeah. So here you go. In a couple bullet points. Fuck racism. It's stupid. Fuck anybody that wants to drag our flag and disrespect it because they feel disenfranchised and then hide behind the rights that country provides to do it. And fuck everybody that wants to spin that protest the wrong way.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's it from us. Cheers.